Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're going to break down my favorite setting when it comes to Trade Ideas scanners. This is a Trade Ideas layout that you're looking at right now. I've got multiple scanners up that are going to basically notify me whenever a stock gets moving. These are momentum scanners. This is one of many layouts that I have built. I'm a scanner nerd, as most of my Discord community would call me, but I'm always looking for that edge, and I think Trade Ideas really provides that type of edge that we're looking for. But that's besides the point. Today's episode is breaking down my favorite setting when it comes to momentum-based trading and why it's so important. So looking at these scanners, you're going to see that they all have different information being displayed, right? We have got different information for each one of these, but really the same thing. We've got the time, we've got the symbol, the price, and the float size. So a lot of these scanners are going to have that. Some of these may not. Over here, you're going to see this one is a strategy, has new highs for SPY making new highs. We've got our continuation watch. So we do have some other scanners, but the bulk of these are going to be very similar, where they're going to be looking for stocks that are breaking out with momentum. So low float stocks tend to have that momentum type of volatility that we're looking for as day traders, so we can get in and out of our trades fast with a larger size, make our money, go home, enjoy our lives, and that's the whole point, right? Financial freedom. So looking at these scanners, we've got the float size, the price, the symbol, the time. Now the time is just going to identify the time that the stock was alerted, so that's really what that is. It's not really my favorite of the group, but that is going to be important because I want to see, if I just pull up the scanners down, I'm seeing, okay, it's 11:34 right here, and it's, this last alert was around 11:18. Maybe that doesn't really apply right now, right? So maybe I'm looking for something that's a little bit more fresh. Here's DBGI on this scanner here. This is stocks under $1 with momentum, so cheap stocks, right? So if you're looking for cheap stocks, maybe this is your group here. So 11:34, okay, we're getting an alert. Great. So that's letting us know. Here's Acon, 22 cents. So we can see these are all cheap. That's why they're in red. And I love the fact that we can change the color of these columns and really identify this information quickly. So now I know that anything that hits this scanner, I immediately know, hey, it's cheap, it's under $1. If trading that type of setup, reduce the size, tighten up the stop loss, or can always avoid it and look for a higher quality setup somewhere else, unless you are trading these pennies, which it may be some opportunity here. We can see NDRA 52 cents, now at 54 cents, 2 cents a share on something like this, 56 cents here. It equates to a decent percentage gain if you can get filled with, of course, volume. But what we're looking at here is not just the color coding that we can do, because we've got the magenta, the pink down here, as well as here. The float size is very low, so we've got that listed in this magenta color to kind of stand out and let us know, okay, that's a micro float. We want to be careful. It could be very whippy, choppy price action. Maybe, again, reduce the size. So we've got some red flags here, and we're basically identifying those using the colored columns, and that's really helping us identify visually what we're looking for. Now we've got sound alerts here. Now I've got the sound alerts turned off for this video. I've got scanners running right now, so I don't want to have it just blaring off every 2 seconds, but we do have sound alerts for all of these as well. So whenever something comes through on one of these scanners, well, we're going to get the sound alert as well. PHUN just gave the alert here, 11:36, 11:35. So that's now giving us fresh alerts on PHUN, our low float momentum scanner. So we've got the symbol next to the time. So the time is going to let us know when it is. We can compare that to the actual time of day, right? And then identify, is it now or not, right? Okay, great. The symbol is really just that. It's going to let us know what the symbol that we're looking at is. So when it's shouting these tickers out to us, sometimes it's hard to understand, what's being said to us. So a quick glance at the scanners can let you know, okay, PHUN is, maybe it's saying fun. Sounds like it's having a blast, right? But it's actually PHUN. So sometimes it will enunciate that, sometimes it won't, but just a quick visual, that's why the symbol's here. So Duo, DUO, we've got down here GOVX, BIVI. These are all low float momentum based names here that are getting some attention. To the right, we've got the price. So symbol is going to let us know the ticker that we're looking at and looking for visually. The price is going to let us know the price of that alert. So multiple alerts are going to come through at different prices because it's happening so fast, right? Sometimes we're getting so many alerts at a single time. They're going to see multiple. You're going to see $1.33, $1.33, $1.34, right? It starts start to get repetitive here, but what it's basically saying is, hey, there's some attention here. There's, either volume, or it's making new highs, or it's, it's gapping up, or it's something's happening. Maybe it's making a new 5-minute high, whatever it may be. What's happening is it's alerting multiple times on the scanner and letting you know, hey, there's some attention here. There's some possible value here. Maybe pull it up and see if it fits your strategy, if it aligns with the rules to your strategy, right? So of course, we're not trading off of the scanner blindly. We are using this as a tool to then identify where the value is in the market. Now, down here, you can see we have got the short float percentage. So this is going to be a high short interest squeeze potential scanner. So this is going to be a little bit different. This is going to be looking for those stocks that are going to have a higher short float percentage. And that's what you're seeing here. 151% of MULN may not be accurate, but regardless, letting you know that there is some information there that's letting you know that this is a high short interest stock. So may squeeze, right? It's got that squeeze potential. A LLR, same thing, 15% short float. Not a huge percentage, but it is fairly high compared to most. And so those shorts could get squeezed if volume starts to come in, bullish momentum starts to appear. If you start to see that stock is gapping up, well, those shorts may get squeezed out of their position, which provides more buying power and just keeps that stock rolling, right? And keeps it continuing up even farther. So potential squeeze opportunities here, something to look out for. We've got, again, this listed in a magenta color just to kind of stand out, let you know, hey, it's something that may have that potential breakout and squeeze momentum if, of course, there's always a big if, we're looking for volume. No volume, no trade. That's my number one rule. So short float percentage is another column that we have on this. Over here, we have the strategy itself. This is going to let you know that they're making new highs. So SPY is hitting the scanner, letting you know that it's hitting new highs, right? We're getting new highs on this one. So very simple to easily understand that. Going through these, I think they're pretty much all the same. Now, to land on my favorite column, my favorite setting that Trade Ideas has to offer, what I think is the most critical, most important for my success is going to be this float column here, guys. The float, the share float size. So looking at this is going to be very, very important to me. I want to verify that visually that, of course, we're meeting the rules to my strategy for a high quality type of entry, a high quality type of setup and trade. Well, in order for it to set up as a high quality type of entry, it needs to meet the the float requirements here. So I want to verify that, yes, we've got this setup, but I want to verify that this came from our low float momentum scanner. This is, of course, going to be our micro float scanner. So you're going to see this in that magenta color. So these are going to be stocks with a very small float, very tiny micro float, we call it. And that means they're going to be a little bit more choppy when it comes to price action, because those spreads can start to get wide with that not having a lot of shares available for trading. That's what the float is. So this float column here letting us know that all of these names that are hitting this scanner, these are going to be low float stocks. This is, low float momentum. That's exactly what we're looking for. So I was able to build a scanner that's specific for just that one type of strategy. Now I can increase the float size, right? I can set a threshold on this one, maybe up to 25 million share float. Move over here. Maybe this is micro float, so it's under a certain threshold. Over here, same thing. This is going to be stocks under $1. So the float size maybe up to 150 million. So technically speaking, anything under 150 million share float, I do consider as a low float stock. So it's tradable according to my strategy. But that being said, not all trades are the same. Not all float sizes are going to be the same, right? The smaller the float, usually the better the price action, except for when you have these micro floats. So that's why these are listed in magenta here. So guys, that float size and visually seeing that and pairing that with the alert is so important to me. And Trade Ideas is so fast. We're getting these alerts real time so fast. We just had PHUN here, 172. Look at this. As I'm making this video, 172, 185, 189, 190, right? 193, right? There's opportunity here, right? There's a nice quick scalp. We got that first alert on PHUN at 1172. Getting excited for this because it's exciting stuff, right? It's fun to watch, but it's even more fun when you're on the right side of these trades, right? Because your scanners are built specifically to the strategy that you are making money with, which is the whole point, right? That's why Trade Ideas offers so many filters available for you to be able to customize your scanners to set up to fit and align with your strategy, with the rules to your strategy. Because, you know, there's going to be stocks that are going to hit your scanner that are just going to, you know, pop and drop. So you want to make sure that it is meeting the strategy as much as possible. So we're using this as our tool. This is our radar, right? We're looking for that value in the market. Where is it? Well, it's on PHUN. We can see that right here. We got that alert 11:35. Minutes later, you know, we're hitting 1197 here. I'm seeing, you know, it's, you know, some of you may say that's not huge, but, you know, it's 20 cents. You know, it's a good 20 cents in less than, you know, a few minutes like that. 20 cents per share. That could really equate to a nice scalp, a nice win here in the market, right? And as you can see with these scanners, we're not getting a whole bunch of you know, crap alerts, right? You know, for lack of a better term, I guess. You know, we're not getting those crappy alerts. How many times have you dealt with scanners where you're just getting these crappy alerts where just are useless, right? There's just too many alerts, right? We've really refined our scanners over the years using our back-tested data to really come up with information that's going to be usable and something that's useful right now rather than you know, trailing behind the market. So these are real-time alerts. Look at this, PHUN now 1196, hitting our scanners again, and we just saw this, you know, 20-30 cents cheaper, and it's now you know, knocking on the $12 highs door here. So that's really cool. So guys, my favorite filter for trade ideas of all the filters available, it's going to be the float size. Now, one thing that I'd like to say about that, though, before I you know, leave this video is you know, there's going to be times where that float size is inaccurate, right? So we want to verify that float size with other sources, right? There's going to be other sources that you can verify that float size with, and that's what you want to do. So check multiple sources, but basically, if you're trying to trade, you know, with the momentum, you're trying to trade with what's moving. Look at this, 1211. You know, you're looking for those stocks that are going to be hitting most scanners, right? So we all have scanners. A lot of us have them, right? We want to be trading what's obvious. So what's obvious is going to be the one with the float listed in the right zone that everyone's looking for, and you can filter that by just setting these filters on Trade Ideas. So guys, really awesome setup here. This is my market layout here. I refine this each day, you know, always looking for an edge, right? I love it. I'm a scanner nerd. It is what it is. But you can see why. PHUN, very exciting. Just down here, you know, while making this video, we're getting alerts at you know, 1172, and now we're up over $12. You know, that's a really awesome win. And again, we're looking in about 10-15 minutes, right? Really, really cool. So guys, I appreciate your time. If you learned anything from this video, or if you know, maybe you have a setting that you just can't live without. For me, it's the float size. But if you have a setting that maybe is you know, your golden child, right? It's the golden goose egg, I guess you can call it, whatever you want to call it. Let me hear it in the comments, guys. For me, it's the float size. So love it, guys. I appreciate you spending some time with me. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. If you've stayed to the end of this video, you're an absolute legend. Be sure to join our free community at bullishboblive.com. And don't be a stranger. Drop a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video.